Hello, I'm Claudia Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and I've made a new pick a card read for you. If you're wondering why my voice is a little bit, it's because I've got COVID at the moment, but don't worry, I'm fine. This is like day 3, day 4 now, day 3, day 4, I'm fine. But I'm still a little bit congested, so that's why. So I've made a new pick a card read for you. This time it's your past, present, and your future of your love life. And so if you're interested in that, carry on watching. I've made 3 readings here: the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Each one of them has got a deeper dive. Now, the past part of it is about something in your past that has something to do with your love life that's going on at the moment, or that's not going on at the moment. So it could be from long ago kind of thing, rather than the past of your connection at the moment. And the present is about the deeper stuff that's going on behind what's going on for you right now in your love life, or why something isn't happening, that kind of thing. And the future part of it, is about what's coming in for you as well. Give possible timelines in that as well. And that part will be in a deeper dive in an extended reading, the future part of it. So if you find that the past and the present is your story, you might want to get that. Toward the end of each of these readings, I'll be popping a link for that. Deeper dive up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments as well. And that's where you can find your timestamps to jump ahead to your reading. So all you need to do now is take your pick. Now, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you get into it is good. So take your pick. Which one do you want? Would you like the crystal? Aquamarine. Would you like the flower? What a gorgeous flower. It's got like fancy patterns, color-wise. How cool is that? I like it. Or the shell. It looks like it's got a mouth on it. All very interesting readings this time. Take your pick now. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Click that subscribe button. Leave a comment. Click the notification bell. Do all the clicks down there. Helps my YouTube channel out, and you get to see my other good stuff on my YouTube channel. So enjoy your reading. I will see you in there. So if you chose the crystal, then this one's for you. Crystals, let's find out about your love life, your past, your present, and the future. Now, of course, there's always going to be a deeper dive. As usual, there's a deeper dive to this reading. And in the deeper dive, in the extended reading, I'll be going into the future part of it. So in this video read, there will be the past, a significant point in your past that has something to do with your love life present at the moment. And then when I go into the present, it's going to be about what's going on now in your love life and what's behind all of that. And future, again, along the same lines. There'll be a possible timeline in the future part of it as well, if that's applicable to the reading. So if you're interested in that future part of it, then toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for that up there. You can find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's just get some general cards out first for this reading. For Crystal's love life, what is this reading all about for Crystal's love life? What's this reading all about for Crystal's love life? Cards are slow this morning. What's this reading all about? There you go. For Crystal's love life. It's all about following the signs. It's about those signs that you've been getting about progression of relationships or not progression of relationships. Perhaps in the past, you've been oblivious to the signs, or maybe not oblivious to them, but you turned a blind eye to them. Signs in relationships when you've been shown things, perhaps red flags. Perhaps you were telling yourself a positive story. I don't know, let's see. What's this reading all about for crystals? You know, because sometimes we just want to be so positive, and they say that love blinds you, right? And so it can be, sometimes we can just not see what's going on and then feel like foolish afterwards. You've got the threshold. Something new is about to start for you, and so this seems to be your higher self wanting to prepare you for that new start that you've got going on. There's obviously something that you need to know about the past and about maybe not seeing the signs in the past, and so that you don't do it this time. What else? What else? Optimism. Yeah, so maybe you were like really optimistic in the past. You've got to meditate as well. There might be some meditation required after you've had this reading, and perhaps the deeper dive as well, to delve into what this is bringing up for you, to reminisce on the stuff that it brings up anyway. Okay, so let's go into the past. So tell us about some significant point in the past for crystals. I've got to put the light on. There we go. Some significant point in the past for crystals that has something to do with our love life right now. Got the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so this is about your Queen of Pentacles, your stability, your taking action for your money, for your finances, and for your stability like that. And the Nine of Pentacles, very similar energy. It is about being independent with your money and your finances and your career and all that kind of stuff. And so it appears that we're talking about how relationships affect your abundance. Either way, you know, for some people, some people feel more secure in relationships and they do better abundance-wise, and then some people it's the opposite way around. It can take your abundance down. Tell us why the Queen of Pentacles is here. So this is all your energy. Queen of Pentacles. It's not about a relationship yet. About the world. So about the end of a cycle and the start of a new cycle. So something in your abundance changed completely, and it's got something to do with a past relationship. Tell us what's behind that. Your stability changed completely. New day. Something got much better. Now, it could have been when a relationship broke up. Like I said, it could be either way around for you. So it could be when a relationship broke up that suddenly you got more stable, in charge of your own money. You know, you could have been with someone, say, that was gambling the money away, or wasn't so stable in their finances. And when you broke free from them, your abundance went up and you got that stability. Or it could be the other way around as well. You could have been struggling and then got into a relationship and then you found that stability. Now, if that relationship didn't last, then that financial stability won't have lasted, because we tend to go back to our own vibration point with everything, really, but with regards to abundance when a relationship breaks up. So you see, when we tie ourselves to another person, either in business or in romantic relationships, we've both got different vibrations, right, when it comes to abundance. But when we form this union together and share our finances, right, then you kind of ride on the back of each other. So one takes the other's abundance down. And hopefully you've got a similar abundance level so that you don't notice that much difference, right? But if there is a significant difference, then say if you were down there and they were up there, you will have, you know, reached the same level kind of thing, or it appeared that way. But when you break up, you go right back to where you were again, because we can always share, but it doesn't mean that it's changed our vibration at all. So Nine of Pentacles, single and independent. Tell us why the Nine of Pentacles is here. Ace of Inspiration. This is about getting ideas. This is about getting inspired, right? So for some of you, this could be about abundance and not feeling inspired when you're in a relationship because you feel more stable in abundance in a relationship. So it's almost a feeling of you need some kind of financial stress in order to be inspired with ideas. And when you're feeling too comfortable, you kind of take a step back and you're not so inspired anymore. So crystals, this is saying that relationships are affecting your abundance. Death is behind that. Right, so it could be when a relationship ends, you suddenly get this rebirth into your inspiration. For some of you, it could be the other way around as well. But I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling it like this is about everything changes abundance-wise when you get into a relationship. And what is this all about, you know? Tell us more about the past. See, this is about following the signs. Okay. Tell us more about the past. Romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. So there's something about romance for you. Perhaps you've got an idea about romance and about relationships that makes you, when you get into it, you can just kind of relax and you take your foot off the accelerator. Or maybe it's some kind of beliefs about masculine providing or something like that, or not emasculating the masculine by shining in your career or your finances. Could be something like that. No wonder the meditate card came out, because this could be all kinds of things, right? This is just bringing up the fact that your finances change when you're in relationships, and you need to be more conscious of that. Why? Because you have the threshold card, so you're about to get into a relationship, you guys, and you need to know about this. You need to be aware of this so that you are on top of it this time, so things don't change for you. Shine, yeah, so it's about you shining. It's about you still being you, still doing your own thing, still having that independence, still having your own finances, still having your bright ideas for your business or your career, and keeping that going. This is talking about how, crystals, do you not take your foot off the accelerator once you get into a relationship. Tell us more about the past. Heartbreak. Right, and so this is a feeling of putting all your eggs in one basket, and then when you come out of a relationship and when it ends, you've lost some of what you had before, and you have to build it up again. So if you found that when relationships have ended, you've had to build yourself back up again, like almost starting again, because you didn't keep your stuff going, your career, your business, stuff like that, you didn't keep it going well in a relationship, and so there's like double heartbreak for you. Not only does the relationship end, and that's enough to get over, but then you're like, now where am I? Now I'm left with nothing, and you have to build that up again. So you get heartbroken by a relationship ending, and then you're breaking your own heart as well, because you realize that you left yourself behind too in that relationship. It's nothing else coming out of that deck. What else in the past? What else in the past? Laughter, luck. So taking things very light-heartedly, perhaps going all in relationships and just having fun and all of that kind of stuff. Bad attitude as well. There's something about, there could have been for some of you a pattern of maybe squandering your partner's money as well. So not just taking your foot off the accelerator in your business and stuff, but if they've got funds, just having a great time with them, suggesting that you go away places and they start spending the money on you, and there's you might have, if you reminisce on relationships, you might be able to see how you kind of took their abundance down. Like I was saying, if you're at different levels, you'll bring them down a little bit and they'll bring you up a little bit. But when the relationship ends, you go back to where you were. So where was your heart at in the past with regards to all of this? Act as if your partner's here. Don't get that, but act as if your partner's here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they're with you, so you'll always consider them. That might have been an over-consideration of your partner, but I don't really understand why that card has come out. Anyway, let's get into the present part of it. So what's this got to do with the present then for crystals in their love life at the moment? What's going on for crystals right now? So it could be that you're in a really good financial position at the moment, and you've got your stability at the moment. And your higher self, your guides, they don't want that to change. Oh, you got the Two of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. You're at a decision point in your love life right now. This is exactly what it is, a decision point in your love life. So you've got a decision to make. What do you do now? You're on the threshold of something. So someone is coming into your life right now. Possibly know who they are already. Take a look right now. How is their financial position? You might not know, but you'll have an idea. We can feel people's vibrational point. Have you got significantly different vibrations as it comes to finances? Have you got significantly different financial set points there? Because these decisions that you're making could be very important now. So the decision, the Two of Wands, of what action to take. Wands is all about action. You've got this choice right now. This isn't about the choice of getting into a relationship or not. I feel you guys have decided you're getting into this relationship. The Two of Wands is what action do you take within that relationship? In other words, it's a question of something like, maybe you have a choice of, do they move in with you now? Something like that. You need to take this decision very carefully. Or it could be about coming together and someone gives up the job or something like that to move locations. Whatever it is, the decision that you've got to make of action to take or not to take, you have to take into careful consideration now about the financial aspect to it. Are you giving it all up for someone again, or do you need to retain your financial independence within this one? It's the latter. It's the second. You need to retain your financial independence in this one and not give up that set point that you've got. So Two of Wands, tell us why this Two of Wands is here. What's the Two of Wands here for? The decision that you need to make on action to take. Yeah, like I said, it's like, do they move in with you or not? Do you offer, or do you help them out or not financially? Do you move into move in together to a place that kind of financially stretches you and you're paying for most of that? Look to all the decisions that you've got to make around this relationship. For some of you, it'll be something like, maybe you've been the rescuer before and you're helping them out. Perhaps they're in a sticky financial position and you're like, it's fine, I've got plenty of money, just move in with me. That kind of thing. Queen of Emotions and the Ace of Materials. Your heart and your nurturing side and your loving side could be giving very big offers to the person that's coming in, and that could be to your deficit, and you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Be more conscious of these decisions that you're making at the moment around this relationship that you're getting into, or the relationship that you're in. Creativity, something around work and creativity, or creating something together, building something together. Don't take on all the financial stuff yourself, or the other way around. Don't put it all on their shoulders. Try and have some equality about this. And if somebody says, well, it's fine, we can move into this much like nicer place because I've got plenty of money, you might need to say, no, it's better if we're in a place that we can both afford. You know? Then if you are in a place that you both can afford, the one that's kind of behind financially can get ahead if they're still focusing on themselves. You know what I mean? They've still got the incentive to be this Nine of Pentacles, independent and still with the ideas and fueling themselves forward. And another of us, they won't get off path. Two of Pentacles. This is about a decision about finances. It's about a decision about finances. So Two of Pentacles, weighing things up, like having a very balanced view about it. And when you're falling in love, you don't want to think about the finances and stuff like that. But this is a warning that you need to. Tower, because things could fall apart. And perhaps this is what has happened in the past. Okay, I know what this is. Yeah. Perhaps when things have fallen apart in the past, when relationships have ended and you've ended up with this double broken heart kind of thing that I was picking up before. You need to be prepared for that this time. No one wants to get into a relationship and be thinking about the breakup. But this is saying you need to do that. Not that you're going to break up. But if you're thinking about the breakup and how not to lose everything this time, you'll get into a relationship on a more level playing field that will empower you both to keep going on those on your own paths within that relationship financially, which is better for your creativity. Yeah. Changes. There needs to be a change. There needs to be a change in your approach. And so it could be like I said, most people, they don't want to get into relationships and think about things like prenuptials and stuff like that, or what happens when you break up, what is whose and whose is what, and all of that stuff. But this is saying if you do that, if you just go into it with that mindset, you're going to set it up in a way that makes it equal, that makes it like equally yoked. You set it up for victory, is what this is saying. Okay, so where else are you at right now? There could be need for financial discussions with your person, just at the point where you're getting like ultra romantic and you might be throwing caution to the wind and going, well, it doesn't matter though, we'll just share everything and everything will work out. Well, yeah, but no, you've got to realize that you're two independent souls that are here to learn and grow. You're on your separate life paths and you're coming together. That doesn't mean you share the same life path and then suddenly you share each other's vibration. You don't. You've got to continue growing on your own life path and within this relationship as well. Twin flames. This is important because you're going to be with this person for a long time and what you don't want, right? Twin flames is to have to keep on breaking apart to get back on your track again and them get back on the track again and then come back together and again it mess up, not as in the relationship mess up, but you get off track on your own life paths. This is a very strong message to you guys that are coming into a twin flame union where you're on the verge of it right now, and it's saying this is going to fall apart and you're going to need to have time out if you don't do this now, if you don't set in place something to keep you on your life path. And it's about your creativity, it's about your work, it's about your abundance level. Our abundance levels kind of drive us to increase our work or just get more creative and all of that, you know. You want that new bag, so you decide to manifest it, and so you're thinking of what you can do to manifest it. It's that kind of thing. Those wishes, those desires that we have, or you want a house or car or whatever, it fuels our growth path in a way. And that fuel for that growth path, if you sherry too much and get lazy, take the foot off the accelerator, that's not going to happen. It will get to the point where suddenly you're in the relationship and a little bit too relaxed and something will kind of break apart because you'll be bored and you don't understand what it is. Is there something wrong with the relationship? But no, there's something wrong with you and your life path and you having put that aside. Definite need to keep an independent kind of an independence within this relationship this time. It appears to me what this is saying is that you won't need to have periods apart if you do this right now. You won't need to have regrets, right? So you've got regrets from the past and you need to look at those regrets from the past now as pertains to what I've been saying here and go, okay, yeah, I can see how my unrest or their unrest in relationships that broke us up. A lot of relationships break up about finances. It was an unrest about creativity perhaps, or about having given something up for the relationship. This is about self-worth. Oh. And fantasy. Okay. One of you is having fantasies about your self-worth suddenly raising up because the other person has more. So you or them, don't know which way around it is, doesn't really matter, but one of you has got higher self-worth than the other, and that will be reflected in your abundance. So the one with the most abundance has got the most self-worth at the moment. The other one might be coming into this relationship thinking, yeah, I'm going to get that same self-worth, because you know that you're headed there. But if you think that the relationship's going to give it to you, it won't. And if you think the relationship's going to give it to you, then you'll stop doing the things required, manifesting those things so that you grow to get that self-worth. So be very careful in this one. Where's your heart at right now, crystals? Ask for help. So get help in this. Okay, so those who know Get help from those that know about this, how to negotiate this. This could be, I don't know, someone might have courses out there about drawing up prenups, what you need to think about. There could be, there's people out there teaching all kinds of things now. Do a Google search on it and see if there's someone out there that can help you in this. How cool. Or you might have a counselor or a therapist or something already, and you might want to talk to them about this. I wonder if like marriage counselors and stuff deal with this kind of stuff. I don't know. Perhaps some of them do. But how very interesting. Anyway, that sounds like it is your story. It could be a story. And you want to get the future part in this. This will be very interesting. What's coming for you in the future with regards to all of this. And we'll get possible timelines as well if that's applicable for the future part. I'm just going to do the same again, but for the future. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of a thing. Type your email address in very carefully, because if you get it wrong, you're not going to receive it. The email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. So check in those places. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Click on that crystal on a device where you can open PDFs. In that PDF, you'll see a picture of a video. When you click on that picture of a video, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, then just try on a different device and it will. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. It really helps my YouTube channel out when you do that. I love to hear what this has been bringing up for you as well. And click on the subscribe button along with that notification bell down there as well to hear more from me. I do 3 of these Love Pack card reads a week and much more besides as well, so check that out on my YouTube channel. So if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this, and if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the flower, then this one's for you. Flowers, let's give you your past, your present, your future of your love life reading right now. And so as usual, flowers, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading with the future part in it. And so if you find that this reading is your reading, or it could be your reading, you might want to get that. Toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link in the description box below as well. Now the past part of it's going to be, a significant point in your past, or something to do with what's going on in your love life at the moment. So let's get some general cards out first, flowers. To find out what this reading is all about. It's all about the noble one, doing the right thing, and it's all about a time to walk alone. Being alone and doing the right thing. So you might be in separation at the moment. That somebody, or both of you, might be putting something in place at the moment to be able to come right to each other, or someone's taking the steps necessary, doing the right thing. Alone at the moment to come forward towards you. Correct. Vulnerable. This could be you while you're waiting for them to do that. You might be like, oh, let's just rush it. You don't need to do the right thing. Let's just rush it. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Wait. Wait. Flowers, wait for it. Even if it's making you feel vulnerable. Yeah, there's a slowness in this. Safety. Someone's keeping you safe here. Have patience, protection. Wow, safety, protection, all the same message. So hold this dear. Keep it safe. Protect this. Have patience. You want someone to come in right. You want them to take their time. It's the best way. So, past energies. Something about flowers past that has something to do with what's going on in the love life right now. I don't trust those cards, the way that they came out then. Flowers, past. There we go. 7 of Pentacles, card of patience. As something sprouts. If you've planted a seed like this and you get the first thing sprouting out, you don't grab it and go, oh, it's coming up now, and then pull and tug at it, thinking that the whole tree will come out if you do that. No, you realize it's a seedling and it's something that needs time to nurturing to grow. Definite need to take things slowly. So you took things slowly in the past, did you? What's that? 2 of Swords. Couldn't see the way forward. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. Tell us why the Seven of Pentacles is here. Seven of Pentacles suggests that something was kind of beginning. It was showing signs of coming out. They loved you. Use of emotions. King of Cups there. Fool. You wanted to have a new start with them. You were excited about it. It was coming up. It was slow. You are having patience with it. They loved you. You were assured of that. You wanted to take a risk. You wanted to go in, all in with this person. You were kind of ready. All the signs were there that it was starting. But growth. You were seeing that growth. It was, yeah, so someone was taking it slowly in the past. And you were seeing that growth, and it seemed to be headed in the right direction. But Two of Swords, couldn't see the way forward. Or someone couldn't see the way forward. Two of Swords, what's this about? Justice. Seven of Emotions, Strength. Okay. Someone couldn't see the way forward. So you were getting into a relationship in the past. Love was there. It was a slow progression too. You were seeing that growth. There were signs that it was heading in the right direction, but someone didn't see the way forward. What was this about? It was about justice. There was something imbalanced about it. Seven of Emotions. They decided to choose something else. They didn't feel strong enough. This was someone that wasn't matched to you, and they felt it, and they backed out from it. Now, from your perspective, you didn't see it like that. They backed away from it. They couldn't see a way forward. This is someone that knew that they weren't on the same level as you. You were kind of stronger than them. They knew that they couldn't choose you. And even though... So this is someone who started to get to know you and was doing it slowly and right. And when as they were getting to know you and realised what level you're at, what kind of relationship that you wanted, what you deserved and all of that, they realised that they weren't it, that they weren't that they couldn't provide that. Now, from your perspective, so they backed out, they couldn't see a way forward, they backed out from it. It wasn't balanced, they realised it wasn't balanced. Probably saying something like, it's me and it's not you and all of those kind of things, but you didn't quite believe it because you were seeing those growth patterns and they were there. But they didn't see the way forward. So from your perspective, what happened is someone was moving slowly. You saw the growth there. There was all of this love. There was the potential. You saw the potential. You wanted to go all in, and then they backed away from it. And that could have you believing that it was a slow approach, that there was a problem, or it could just have you feeling like if someone takes this slow approach, it's all going to go wrong like it did before, like it's not the right thing to do. But it is the right thing to do. And why is it the right thing to do? Because if it's not a good match, then this happens. Someone sees that it's not a good match and they don't see the way forward and they back out from it. And that's a good thing rather than getting in further into a relationship that's not going to work. So someone could see more clearly than you that this was not going to work, but you were optimistic about it. That could be why the vulnerability card is coming up. That could be why you're feeling super vulnerable right now with something moving really slowly. Feminine energy is behind that. So, yeah, there was something about it. You took it on as a problem in you rather than just someone realizing that it was a mismatch of energy. So there was something in you that thought this relationship was right and they were wrong in their decision that it wasn't a good match. But I'm hearing it was true that it wasn't a good match. You dodged a bullet with that one. Not that they were a terrible person, they weren't, and that's the problem, isn't it? If they were a terrible person, you could have let it go. But there was a mismatch in energy, and that's enough. For someone to see that there was a mismatch in compatibility is enough not to proceed forward with that relationship. That's why we take it slowly, to get to know somebody. So of course, if you're taking it slowly, those that aren't right for you will fall away in that process. It doesn't make the process wrong, it makes the process right. Because if you think about it, if you go in fast with each relationship, then you get too enmeshed with each other, and it's harder to let go, and you get more baggage because of it. If you take it more slowly, you've got less baggage, but you've got baggage from this one still, and because of that slow process. Beware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Oh, there you go. And so what you were seeing in this person, and that love and the growth and all of that kind of thing, what you saw in that person was, you were kind of putting them on a pedestal that you should have been on. They were realizing that you were up there on that pedestal, and that's why they realized that they weren't good enough for you, but you were seeing them as on a pedestal, which is, you're projecting on them the great things that you got going in yourself. You were seeing in them the great things that you got in yourself, rather than seeing it in yourself and realizing that actually it was a mismatch, that they weren't at your level. Tell us more. Go for it. But you wanted to go for it. That passion and that love was enough for you. You didn't care that compatibility wasn't there, or that they weren't on the level, or on your level, or that they couldn't provide you with the kind of life that you wanted. You just wanted to be in there with that. You wanted to go for it. They didn't, because nobody wants to be with someone that they know they're going to disappoint. They would have disappointed you, this person, and they knew it. And it doesn't matter if you think they could have raised up. No, you've got to take where you're at right now. You don't want to be in a deficit the whole time, scrambling to catch up in a relationship. Codependency is what it was. I called it out. So, yeah, you wanted to be in a relationship that wasn't a match, and you would have ended up having to help them out, you know, and you would have had to have given up what it was that you wanted in a relationship because they couldn't provide it, and you would have had to have, you know, just been helping them out all the time. It would have been a one-way kind of relationship, and in a way an unrequited love kind of a relationship. Codependent relationship. But you felt betrayed because it was love. There's an element of manipulation here, so you wanted to sort it out. You wanted to help them be the person that you wanted them to be, instead of just letting them be themselves, because of the love that was there. Yeah, the love was there, but love doesn't ensure compatibility. Love isn't all we need. John Lennon was wrong. Not for a relationship, you know. There needs to be all kinds of things: compatibility, willingness to invest, wanting similar things from a relationship and for a relationship. So you were listening with your heart, and miracles and blessings. So there was this sweet but kind of misguided positivity about this relationship, that it would work out if they'd just gone into it. If they'd just gone into it, it would have worked out. Okay. What about the present? What's going on in the present? Well, you're obviously waiting for someone right now. I can feel it. Well, they're sorting something out, and you're having to have patience. Which I swear has been in the readings for ever now. I seem to have been talking about patience the last 2 years in all of my readings. You've got a death and rebirth. Something big is ending right now. Ready for a rebirth. 9 of Wands, but you're wounded. There it is. Wounded warrior. Wounded from the past. This relationship. There might have been more than one like this as well. But I don't know, there's not many people that are doing it that way, so it might just have been one. Most people are rushing into relationships, right? Instant relationship, Tinder kind of culture that we've got at the moment. Hook-up culture. Death and rebirth. This is very traditional though. We're talking about someone doing things traditionally. Courtship, moving slowly, doing it right. Death and rebirth. Tell us why the death and rebirth card is here. Oh, wow. There's the slow card. Ton of emotions, because this is your happily ever after. So this is your person. This is your happily ever after. So Knight of Materials, they have to do it slow. They ain't messing around. They are not going to mess things up. Death and rebirth. Something had to end. Something significant had to end first for you to have this new start. They're doing it the right way, the noble one. They have to do it alone. They can't do it with you. This is not something that they can end. They can't get together with you and then end it. They need to do it first. There needs to be a progression of these things because they're the noble one. To do it right and to feel good about themselves and to feel good about themselves, their morals and what is true for them and what will make them feel like they've done the right thing. Because there's no rules really, but they've got a rule for themselves and like they need to do it this way. There's many things like that. There's many things that we need to do alone. We need to be alone and single while we end things. That's the right way to do it. What's behind this? Forgiveness. So there's a need for you to forgive them doing that because it feels like because you're being triggered because of this past thing. There's a need for you to forgive them for triggering you. But a recognition from you that they're doing the right thing, that they are doing the right thing, and you'll be glad that they did in the long term. So the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. This is you being triggered, right? So this is what you need to hear at the moment is your vulnerability right now and your resistance to this slowness and to this patience is your wounding from this past event. So you're being triggered. Page of Emotions, and that's yours, right? That's not on them, that's you. It's not, if anyone's triggering your wounds, it's not their fault. It's not the whole world's fault. The whole world doesn't have to pander around everyone's wounds, right? The triggering, you being triggered is your problem. Nine of Materials, Page of Emotions. Page of Emotions, this is the wishful thinking, the very young, naive kind of dreams for this, like a naive, this could just all work out. If they just held my hand, we could skip off into the sunset, kind of a sentiment here. And Nine of Materials is single, independent. You've got two sides of you here. Single, independent, grounded, stable, but in your emotions you're like, let's skip off into the sunset, it will all be beautiful and wonderful. Behind this triggering, so you've got quite a complex situation going on. The majority of yourself, you've got two sides of yourself here, like split personality. The material side of things, you're coming across as very stable and just like ready for this relationship. Emotionally coming across as not ready for this relationship at all. Ready for a Disney prince and a skippy on into the sunset thing. Not emotionally ready for a solid relationship, which is what this whole reading suggests, right? Is that you're not emotionally ready yet. If you're being triggered by someone doing it the right way, that means you're not emotionally ready for it yet. Ooh, how interesting. Materially wise, yeah, the majority of your energy is ready for this. Emotionally, you're not ready for it yet. What's behind this is duality. There's two sides to yourself, right? Okay. So you might have been saying, but I'm ready, but I'm ready, but I'm ready. If readings and people have been saying that you're not ready, you're like, but I am. I'm the odd one out here in these readings. I am ready. I actually am ready. It must be the rest of the people that are watching this that aren't ready. But no, you're not emotionally ready. So let's get deeper into this. Where are they at emotionally right now then, flowers? Transformation. You're transforming emotionally right now. Look at that, heart on fire. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So the love that you're feeling for this person, and indeed them taking their time to come forward, is transforming your heart now. You're going through a big heart transformation process. in this waiting game. It's actually serving you. Now, that could be you're going through these processes as you are going through these vulnerability cycles, and then feeling better about it again. And you could be pessimistic and then optimistic about this, and through these cycles that you're going through, that your heart's going through at the moment, you're kind of spiraling upwards each time you're going around. You're not going, down and up and down and up. It's not a circle, it's a spiral upwards. So you are transforming as you're going through those cycles at the moment. So this up and down emotionally that you're feeling is actually helping you to heal your heart and become more stable, neither too optimistic, neither too like Page of Emotions, nor throwing this out and I'm closing the door. Neither of those. You get into a steady heart point in all of this. That makes sense. A steady emotional point. It's always about balance, right? Whenever we're on the roller coaster, we're always trying to find balance in everything in life. The gardener's right outside my window. He's looking in and just chopping bush thing down. There's a bush. No, just branches of a tree. Hairy branches that are low down on the side of the tree, sticking out into the path. He's chopping them up. Okay, what else? What else about Flower's emotional state right now? Oh, this is a deeper relationship. Going deeper. This is a deeper relationship, and so it requires a different approach, a different heart approach for you. You need to be ready emotionally for this relationship, and so you need to be going through these processes that you're going through right now. Taking a reality check, that's the you're not ready. That's the you're not ready thing. This is a deeper relationship. You're not as ready as you think. And you're not ready emotionally because of this optimistic, pessimistic, I love them, I'm never going to let them in kind of cycles that you're going through. Might not be that pronounced anymore because you might have been going through these cycles for some time now. What else? Differences. There's differences between you in your approaches, right? At the moment. Which suggests to me that your person's already been learning. Your person's already learned this stuff about the getting emotionally stable before they enter in on this. Some of you might have been questioning how your person can hold back even though they love you so much. They might have been showing signs, or they might have told you how much they love you. And in that Page of Emotions, when you've seen them in that Page of Emotions, starry, with their hearts pinging out like a cartoon at you, you're like, well, why didn't they step in then? Your person realizes that they need to get to a steady emotional state before they come in, so they've learned this ahead of you somehow, some way, and so their approach is different than yours at the moment. When you saw them in this state with hearts for eyes, you might have thought, well, if they didn't do it then, they'll never do it, because to you, being in the most optimistic state, you thought that that's the best time to get into a relationship. Like when you're most excited, or you might have thought that that's the highest vibration. It's not. Like emotional stability is the highest vibration. It's like in business too, You're not in the best state when you're hyper excited about something. To do something. It's when you're steady as that's when you get the biggest wins. Healing your heart right now is where you're at. You're healing your heart. So this wait is truly serving you guys. It's a trap. Now you don't want to move forward on this. Don't push it at the moment because it's a trap. I'm not saying this relationship is a trap. It's not. It's a really good one. I'm saying that feeling that you've got, I don't want to deal with these triggers. I don't want to be going through this emotional loop. I don't want to have to deal with this. I want to ignore it, and I just want to be at this what I thought was the highest vibration. I want to be in blind optimism. Instead of taking a reality check, I want to be in blind optimism and just leap into this. Why don't they just get into this with me, so I don't have to process, so I don't have to heal myself. The universe is like, no, not with this one. Not with this one. They are doing you a favour by taking it really slowly. Where's your heart at right now, flowers? Wow, they've been good, these readings today. Very useful. I hope you think so too. Romance. Oh, your heart's all romantic, so you're still odd in this Page of Cups kind of thing. Take a reality check. Get out of it. I mean, romance is great and everything, yeah, but this is clearly saying, you know, you need to be in that stable emotional state, neither like this, nor... Not that there's anything wrong with romance. I mean, you can apply that. You still want to have that, right? It says, lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. You want to do that, right? Again, and perhaps you've never had that balance before of feeling emotionally balanced and being able to tap into the romance, but being able to tap into that boring, logical reality check side of yourself as well when it comes to romantic relationships too. But on an even keel emotionally. That's the key. It's on an even keel emotionally. Well, let's find out what's going to happen in the future. So I'm going to do the same thing again, but for the future. If you think that this is your reading, could be your reading, probably is this, if you're still watching it, right? You might want to get that deeper dive. I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link in the description box and in the comments below. 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of a thing. Type your email address in very carefully, because if you get it wrong, you're not going to receive the reading. And it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. So check in those places. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. It's a fancy flower, this, with cutouts and things. Isn't it beautiful? Anyway, yeah, crystal flower and shell. Click on that flower, of course, on your device where you can open PDFs. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video. When you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, then just try on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. I love hearing from you, and it helps my YouTube channel out as well. So make sure you do that, even if it's just to say hello. Or let me know what this has brought up for you as well. It might help others out as well, you sharing that information. Click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there as well to hear more from me. I make 3 of these Love Pack card reads a week, amongst other stuff as well. You can find that on my YouTube channel and check it out. So there you go. If this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, I'll see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the shell, and this one's for you, shells, let's do your past, present and future love reading now. Find out what's been going on in your love life, what's going on in your love life now, what's coming in the future. As always, shells, it's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's the future part of it. So the past part of it is going to be about a significant point in your past that has something to do with what's going on in your love life right now. What's going on in your love life right now and what's really behind that, of course. And then the future part of it in that extended reading will be what's coming up in the future with a possible timeline. So if you're interested in that future part, then toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get some general cards out first. What is this reading about for shells? What's this reading all about? What are we going on about today? Memories of the forgotten self, something about past, gift of connection. Past connections, people from the past. Ooh, we're talking about someone from the past. Okay. Someone coming back in from the past? Did someone get in touch with you recently? Let me know in the comments below from your past. Something coming back around from the past. Whoop. Solitude. Single, alone at the moment, and I just feel like someone could have got in touch with you. Perhaps they've been alone for a long time, or you're both single at the moment and thought of each other. Journey, you might be sharing the journeys that you've been through. Paths diverging. Perhaps someone that you were very closely connected to a long time ago, you forgot all about them and your paths have diverged and they're coming back together. If you haven't got in touch yet, I think you've got someone coming from the past. Anyway, so tell us about this significant point in the past that has something to do with Charles' love life right now. The Tower. Ooh, something that fell apart. Yeah, it could have been spectacular as well. Spectacular breakup, all fall apart, or things happening in your life, like one of you getting a job somewhere else and it broke you up, or if you weren't in a romantic relationship, because you might not have been, it's just a connection that was important to you. You could have been going off to school, or one of you's got a job somewhere else. You just kind of parted ways and forgot about each other. Full. Starting new journeys, going into the unknown. There's a young feeling about this. This is someone from long ago is what it feels like. Just starting out in life, going your separate directions. Yeah, someone could have gone off to school or gone off to work somewhere else or something like that. Anyway, the Tower. Why do we have the Tower? The Tower, you see, the Tower's a surprise, like the universe stepping in and things happening. It was heartbreaking. It's someone from the past, you see. Six of Emotions could be with childhood friend too. It was heartbreaking when you went your separate ways, kind of thing. But you both got over it and lived your lives. Oh wow, this could be like a childhood friend. No, I'm not getting childhood sweetheart. It could have been, but more of like a friend, a childhood friend. Wow, you could be coming together and sharing the journeys that you've been on. Stripping illusions of divine timing. Right, so stripping illusions. Yeah, you had to go your separate ways and do these things. It was divine timing for you to meet when you did, or share that path, but you had to go off in your separate ways. The Fool energy, stepping out into the unknown, both in separate directions. Knight of Emotions, following your heart, taking action on your heart. So in their heart, wanted to go off and explore, a job or something like that, or a new city to go to school, or something like that. Both following your hearts there. So you both did the right thing. There's nothing gone wrong here. This is saying that you both did have to. The stripping illusions, divine timing means that, yeah, you had to go off your separate ways. You had life journeys to follow. Oh, it very much feels like you're going to be coming back together with this person to me, though. Otherwise, why would they be going on about them? What's behind this? The Fool and the Knight of Emotions, following your hearts. Sacred space, and taking your own space, going on your own journeys, withdrawing from each other. So there's a period of time where you were apart. You're together in some way. I don't feel like it's romantically. I feel like you were younger than that. And although it broke your heart to be apart, you both followed your hearts and were making those decisions and going into your unknown journeys, stepping out on your life paths. By yourselves. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it's only being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Now, there might have been guilt about this, of going your separate ways. You might have felt guilty that your heart was telling you to choose this other thing instead, and it was at odds with them and what their heart was telling them. There could be guilt on both counts there. You might have been feeling guilty at the time, or that your paths were diverging. Be humble. There was very much a young, humble. I'm sure you guys were young at the time, because that humility, it kind of comes with youth. Well, we just don't know, right? We just don't know, and so we're more likely to have this Fool energy and go into these new things, these directions. They were a support to you. It could have been that you stayed in touch for a short time as well, sending each other gifts, that kind of thing, being supportive, but it feels like that fizzled out. It feels like it had to fizzle out, like you were supposed to sacred space, go on your own paths by yourselves and learn things about yourselves alone, apart from each other. What else? What else about this past? Luck. You're very lucky, and you felt very lucky to have known this person. And you have a delightful time together. Beautiful. What about your hearts? Your heart, I should say. Very, very sweet energy in this connection. That's why it feels like more like not a childhood sweetheart, but more like a best friend, like a childhood best friend. Let me know in the comments below. Relationship patterns. How interesting. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. Now, here we go. What this is about. Right, so when you're young, before you've had your relationships for yourself, your relationship patterns are based on what your parents have shown you. Now, it appears to me like you both had to go your separate ways and experience life and have your relationship patterns based from the start of your, you know what I mean, that started out based on your parental relationship patterns that they taught you, and then go through relationships, both of you separate paths, go through different relationships to figure out those relationship patterns and to sort it out and to learn from that, perhaps before you come back together, because you wouldn't have had a healthy relationship without doing that, without learning, and you didn't need to practice on each other. It's probably kept it pure that you don't practice on each other. I feel like this person's coming back into your life and you're going to be sharing everything that you've been through with each other, in-depth conversation. But let's find out. Present. Tell us what's going on in the present, 4 showers, that has something to do with this. Lovers. Okay, so you got a lover there. Do you have a lover at the moment or not? Page of Cups. This is that very youthful, kind of naive, kind of falling in love, kind of this is it kind of an energy. Very romantic, very kind of naive. Tell us why the lovers is here. What's going on for Charles right now? Why is the lovers here? Have you got someone new in your life here? Lover? Someone that you got your eye on? Lovers. Or has this person from the past shown up already? No, you've got someone that you're hopeful about. Lovers. So someone that you're watching, you're looking at, that you're hopeful about, someone that you've got your eye on. Ooh, I quite like them kind of thing. What's behind that? It's all good. So they seem on the face of it like everything's good, that they're ideal for you. No red flags there, that kind of thing. Page of Cups, very like romantic, naive kind of an energy here. The Devil, but fears of being left out. Okay, something isn't falling into place here. You're hopeful that it is. It seems all good. Why is it not happening? I think because you've got a past person coming in. So you've got fears here of being left out, of being disappointed by this. So even though on the face of it all seems right, and you've got this almost naive, romantic, this should happen kind of thing aspect to it, there's fears there that you're going to be disappointed by it. What's behind this? So this appears to me, reunion of souls and self-love is behind that. This appears to me like the universe holding someone that you've got your eye on away from you at the moment, going, not this one, not this one. And so it keeps on saying, like, do the self-love instead, do the self-love. You've got reunion of souls. I think this person's coming back in. So the person you got your eye on at the moment, it's not coming through. It's not coming through because you've got someone else coming in. What else is going on right now? Trust. Just trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it can transform. Okay, so You might need, at the moment, Charles, to be like, okay, this isn't happening. This isn't happening. The universe is like blocking our way at the moment. Obviously for a reason. It is what it is, and it can transform then once you accept that. Stepping into the unknown kind of thing. Okay, well, maybe this isn't right for me. Okay, universe, then show me who is right for me then. There's a need to let go of, to some extent, of this one that you've got focused on at the moment. Just let it be unknown, you know? Step up and lead. I don't get that. I'm not feeling like that's the right card, in fact. Let me go again. If that's a card, pull it out again. Could be. Take inspired action. Lighten up and be real. Take inspired action. So yeah, similar to step up and lead. Lighten up and be real. Okay, lighten up about it. So your focus on this person is a little bit too fixed, a bit too heavy, a bit too hopeful, a bit too targeted kind of thing. Lighten up about that, be real. So open up. It could be that person, it could be someone else. Just be more in the unknown about it and take inspired action, meaning, you see how that takes step up and lead. I was thinking like, it can't be right because I'm really not getting that you should take action toward this person at all. And I don't think that that's what this take inspired action is about. I think let's take inspired action in other aspects of your life, like shift your focus from this person. Yeah. Lighten up about it, not so focused on this. A guarded heart. So someone is holding back here at the moment. And it could just be because it doesn't feel like it's right to them, you know? So there's something just not quite right. Maybe they are taking that inspired action and their intuition is like, well, Shell's good looking and everything and I am attracted, but it's just something, you know, they could be getting the guidance from the universe that someone incredibly special is coming in from you from the past. They wouldn't know it that way, of course, but I'm just hearing a no mystery. This could be very exciting. If you're not so fixated on this person, this could be very exciting. Just be open to the mystery. What if there is someone coming in, someone very special from your past, someone that has always been meant for you, but you needed a period of being apart for a very long time is what it appears. And they're coming back into your life and they're perfect for you. Adventure. So, be open to the mystery, the adventure of all of this. Be open to that magic, the magic of what could be unfolding. Receiving, get ready to receive is what I'm hearing. You don't need to take so much action and focus action as well. Where's your heart at right now? See, I'm just getting this message of be open, be open, be open. Like attracts like. Something very similar about you and what appears as the past person, but there could be something similar about you and this person as well. Consider your foundations, home. Who feels like home for you? Someone that felt like home for you in the past. And be in the present, dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. So you're very hopeful at the moment. Wanting to bring in your counterpart, right? You've got an idea that it's this person. Could be, might not be, but either way, you need to ease up on that. Be not so fixed about it. Just be in the magic of it all, going, okay, universe, bring it on. You show me this person, show me someone else, or, you know, just, yeah, let the universe take over, I would say. That sounds like it is your story. It could be your story, Charles. You might want to get that deeper dive for the future part of this. What is coming then? I'm very interested to find out. Are you? If you are, there's a link up there for that. I'll pop a link for it in the description box below as well and in the comments too. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of a thing. Type your email address in very carefully, otherwise you're not going to receive it. Now, the email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder, so check in those places. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Click on that shell on a device where you can open PDFs. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try a different device and it will. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well, even if it's just to say hello or share what this has brought up for you. Helps my YouTube channel out when you do that kind of thing. Click on the subscribe button along with that notification bell as well to hear more from me. I do 3 of these Love Picker card reads a week, along with much more as well on my YouTube channel, so check that out by clicking that subscribe button. So if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this, and if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, I'll see you in there very shortly.